The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Two defenders, chucks up a runner, it hits, count it, and one.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off powered by the Appalachian Electric Cooperative.
Deadeye! A dagger for Nick! Nobody has made more threes in Division II history than Nick Brennigan.
Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilite, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burke Tar Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Greetings, salutations, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you courtside to the Pryor Convocation Center, and starting the month of February with a key South Atlantic Conference and Southeast Region showdown. Carson-Newman 12-8, 7-7 in the South Atlantic Conference, taking on UVA Wise 17-5 and 10-4 in league play. If you go by Factors Sports KPI, one of the metrics that goes into deciding the NCAA tournament, both these teams strongly under consideration for NCAA tournament play. Wise's position stronger than Carson-Newman's, though. Key road game today for the Eagles, looking to sweep the season series with UVA Wise. How it all shakes out, we check in with Chuck Benson. His pregame comments head your way when we come back after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
An interview with head coach Chuck Benson heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijo's, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijo's is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijo's features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Time to check in with the Eagles head coach. Here's Chuck Benson alongside the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back in the AEC countdown to tip-off, coming to you tonight from the Pryor Convocation Center as Carson-Newman takes on the University of Virginia's College at Wise and the Highland Cavaliers. I'm Adam Cavalier, alongside head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck trying to pull off the season sweep of the Highland Cavaliers. Easier said than done, playing in the Pryor Center where UVA Wise is only has one loss on the year and has 2 wins over nationally ranked foes. What's it take to take 2 from the Cavs here in 25-26?
Well, as you said, they've been really, really good at home this year. We've had a lot of success over the years there. We're at a confident place as a team right now. Like everybody in college basketball, we've got a couple guys dinged up, some sickness and all. Everybody's got that though. Ultimately, we've got to go up here and make scoring tough for them, and then we got to throw some shots in ourselves. And I think ultimately, if we go up here and do that, we'll give ourselves a chance to win the game.
You say make scoring tough. That was certainly the case in the meeting in Holt, and certainly the case both ways. These are 2 of the top 3 field goal efficiency defenses in the South Atlantic Conference. You've utilized your zone. Wise isn't that. Similarities, differences from how you both defend.
No, we got to first of all do it in transition. We do a good job in transition. You sort of limit Diallo, which is good. In the half court, you got to protect paint because that's where Ramsey and Roberts are at their best. And then ultimately, you got a defensive rebound. You and I both know when we rebound the ball well, we give ourselves a really high percentage chance of winning. And we out-rebounded them here by 4 or 5. So we got to do something similar to that. And we got to find a way to balance it out with some offensive rebounds ourselves. We're committing more this time to transition D, which softens us a little bit on the offensive glass, but we've got to find some guys that are just going to be hungry. And if we can get a push there, both teams come up with 7, 8 offensive boards, I think it benefits us.
Adam Cavalier alongside head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. You alluded to the transition game. You bottled up Yoro Diallo very effectively in the meeting in Holt back in December. I think it took him 24 minutes before he found the bottom of the bucket, and he finished 4 of 12 from the field. Is it as simple as take away him in transition, or are there other layers to that?
Well, it starts with transition. In the half court, then you've got to protect the drive. If you look at that last game, he was the second half. He got really, really aggressive on the offensive end, and they turned up the pressure too. It was. For whatever reason, I thought they changed their strategy and their approach defensively from the first half to the second half. And I think that 1-2 punch is what made it a game. We were able to find a win, but it was just a more competitive match because of his aggressiveness and their overall defensive aggressiveness.
In that first meeting, Braden Illick, that was his first game back from his ankle injury. He's far more full strength than he was back on December 17th. How does a fully healthy Braden Illick impact this one?
Well, Ramsey, their starting center, and Braden will be going head-to-head. When Ramsey's out, we'll probably give Braden some rest. When Ramsey's in, Braden will be in. And they're 2 different kind of players. Braden is, he's really got a stretch sort of ability where he can play from the perimeter, and Ramsey's exclusively at the rim. So, you have 2 different guys that are really, really talented, but they bring different things to the table. And I think a healthier Braden right now benefits us for sure.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck tonight against the Cavs.
Great. Thanks, Kevin.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Starting lineup set your way when the AEC countdown to tip-off returns after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is next.
Trip Davis, marvelous, with the hands on one end and the guile to finish on the other.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network.
Power comes with not only having a voice, but knowing that it is heard. As part of an electric co-op, you're not just getting electricity, you're getting the power to have your voice heard and the opportunity to work together with your community to create a better tomorrow. Here, you're not just a customer, you're a member. AEC, empowering voices just like yours.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
This
bounce feed inside, Browner right block through contact. He gets it to go.
Is Carson-Newman men's basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
The cup, right hand leaner, rolls off front side. Jaws there for the tip. Who's hit it? Who's hit it? Carson-Newman celebrates.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Fresh Ideas, by the Eagle Club, First Bank, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, by the Eagle Shop, Tri-Light, by Premier Building Maintenance, by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, by the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back courtside at the Pryor Convocation Center. Carson-Newman and UVA Wise on a collision course. Eagles looking to sweep the regular season series after picking up a 67-65 win over the Cavs inside of Holt Fieldhouse back on December 17th. UVA Wise has been very good in this building. Only one loss in the Pryor Center this season, and it was to Emory and Henry back in December. Cavs have won 5 straight in this building. 2 of those wins against nationally ranked foes in Lenore Rhine and Anderson, so a tall task for the Eagles here today. Starting fives, first for UVA Wise. It's a little bit shuffled from the meeting inside of Holt Fieldhouse, and it's primarily with the point guard. Cy Hardy gets the nod at that. He's a 6 foot, 170-pound freshman out of Roanoke, Virginia. He starts in place of Kalen Lightford, who hasn't been playing much down the stretch run for the Cavs. Hardy's joined in the backcourt by Cam Roberts, 6'6", 210-pound junior out of South Boston, Virginia, and Patrick Shelley, a 6'4", 195-pound senior from Rome, Georgia. The forward, Joro Diallo, second leading rebounder in the league at 6'9", 210 pounds out of Cincinnati, Ohio. And, of course, the 7-footer out of Abingdon, Virginia, Evan Ramsey, 12.7 points and 7 rebounds a game for Evan Ramsey. Carson-Newman starts who you would expect. The Eagles going with the same quintet that they've utilized in 18 other games this season. Only one game that this fivesome didn't start, and That is the quintet of Jack Browder, Rylan Houck, Braden Illick, Khalees Fry, and Matt Bilbray. Jack Browder, he's just 2 away from moving into a tie with Arnold Mellinger on Carson-Newman's all-time scoring list for 7th. They might sound familiar. It's because Arnold, the grandfather of UVA Wise head coach Blake Mellinger. Eagles out in the road blues, blue tops, blue shorts, white numerals trimmed in orange. Home white jerseys for the Cavs, red numerals trimmed in black with a double red stripe up the sides. Illick versus Ramsey for the jump. Ball is in the air. Ramsey wins the tap. And Wise controls, moving right to left to open up this ball game. Diallo, left wing against the zone into the high post. Cam Roberts shoots the 15-footer, swishes it. 2-0, Cavs lead, 18 seconds in. A little full court pressure for the Cavs as Houck gets it over the timeline to break the press. Browder left wing, Shelley matches up on him. Browder drives left baseline, feeds Fry in the middle of the lane, kick out Illick right wing. He tries a triple. Illick left it long. Diallo long rebound, right baseline for the Cavs. And Wise brings it right to left. Shelley head of the key into the post for Ramsey. Ducks the shoulder. Right-hand hook over. Illick is airballed. Houck boxes out Roberts for the rebound left block, and the Eagles get in transition. Fry, drive, back tap. Hardy, the steal left of the lane. Ahead to Roberts. Left block, gets to the cup, lays it in. First 4 points belong to UVA Wise. 4-0, a minute in. Eagles bring it left to right. Browder to the head of the key for Braden Illick. Bounce back to Browder, cutting left to the lane. And he's fouled on his way to the basket. Roberts and Shelley with contact. It goes on whom? It goes on Cam Roberts, his first on the Highland Cavaliers. Not in the act of shooting, Jack Browder, so Houck inbounds left baseline. But the Eagles down 4. Triggers into Matt Bilbray in the left corner. Out to Illick left wing. Back to Bilbray cutting left block. He pumps. Defender flies by. Missed the uncontested layup short. Ramsey the rebound before it can wind up in Bilbray's hands for a second chance. Cavs bring it front court. They've scored the first 4. Eagles 0 of 2 to start from the field. Diallo in the middle of the lane. Beating, banging. Got stripped by Browder, but Roberts saves it in front of the Eagles bench. Reset, free throw line. Hardy fading, 15-footer. Back iron, no. Diallo offensive rebound. Shuffles Ramsey left block. Leans back, can't connect. Uses his height advantage, tips it in. Third time the charm. 6-0 run for UVA Wise to open up this game. 6-0 Cavs, 18-10 to play in the first half. The Eagles onto the offensive end. Illick, right wing with a rock. Shovels to Browder. Down the right side of the lane. Browder passes out Illick head of the key. Straight on triple. Illick off the mark to the right. Diallo yanks down the rebound right block, and the Cavs bring it right to left. A 3-6 start from the field. No empty possessions for Wise. Shelley left wing tries a 3. Toilet bowls out front side. Illick boxes out the 7-footer Ramsey for the rebound. Left block, and the Eagles bring it left to right. Bilbray, left wing. Sends it with a baseball pass to Illick head of the key. Illick faces the basket on Ramsey, who comes out to the perimeter to defend him. Illick, bounce feed, Bilbray free throw line, 12 to shoot, out to Houck right wing. Shuffle to Illick left wing, back to Houck for a 3. That's halfway down the out left side. Ramsey collects the miss. Cavs bring it right to left. They're 6-2 on the glass. It's a big difference. Eagles 0 of 4 to start from the field. 6-0 Cavs on a 6-0 run to start the game with 17-10 to play in the first half. Cavs front court, left short corner, 17'2", off the mark from Roberts. Houck the rebound, Eagles running. Houck gives Browder right wing. Show and go, Euros to the hole, right-hand teardrop, tickles Twine. Jack Browder has tied Arnold Mellinger for 7th on the all-time scoring list and broken the seal. 6-2, Cavs by 4. 16:45 to play first half. Wise front court. Roberts lost it, turned it over right into Illick's breadbasket over the Sac logo, middle of the lane. The Eagles move left to right in all blue. Bilbray, right baseline. Picks up his dribble, shuffles it to Fry, turns around, lost the handle, and walks. Turnover number 2 for Carson-Newman. Eagle fans, AEC is your local electric co-op service you can trust and value, you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, we are AEC, powering what matters most. 6-2, Cavs leading. Eagles a 1 of 5 start from the field. Hardy. Free throw line, muscles in on Bilbray, gets to the cup and finger rolls it in after creating contact. Back to a 6-point lead, 8-2 Cavs, 16:08 to play in the opening stanza. Eagles onto the offensive end. Illick bounces to Browder down the right side of the paint, gets into Ramsey, misfired the layup. Rebound poked around, and it's controlled by Shelley right of the paint. Shelley ahead to Diallo, coasting to the cup. He throws it down with 2 hands. Timeout, Chuck Benson. It's a 10-2 run for UVA Wise to open this game. 15:51 to play in the first half. Cavs 10, Carson-Newman 2. And we're back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Back courtside at the Pryor Center, Wise has opened up this contest on a 10-2 run. The Eagles have started 1 of 6 from the field, and they've got the basketball against pressure, and they turn it over. Cavs have it on their offensive end, looking to extend a 10-2 run. 50% shooting for Wise. Diallo slips at Roberts' left block, beats and bangs his way inside, has his shot erased at the rim by Illick. Houck the rebound. Eagles sprint left to right. Browder, left wing. He's got Carson-Newman's only points. He twists around, hits Houck at the free throw line, leaps past Bilbray right wing. Into the right corner for Fry. Finds Illick at the right point. Illick hands off Bilbray, gets to the free throw line, bounces it out to the left corner for Browderton to shoot. Browder drives on Shelley, bounce feed Houck right block into the high post Illick. He shoots from 10 straight on and rattles it in. First points for Braden Illick. Carson-Newman down 6, 10-4, 15:04 to play in the first half. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles, so when you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Large one-topping pies, they're $6.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Ramsey, left block with a basketball, spins left on Illick, gets the rim and finger rolls it in. 4 points for Evan Ramsey on 2 of 4 shooting. It's a 12-4 lead for the Cavs, matching their biggest advantage with 14:38 to play first half. Eagles front court. Browder, left wing, wide open look from deep. Browder takes it and makes it. He has bypassed Arnold Mellinger and is 7th on the all-time scoring list. Jack Browder has 7th place all by his lonesome. 829 career points. Cavs answer on the other end, though. Diallo, a left wing 3. The lead stretches back to 8, 15-7, 14-12 to play in the second half. Just the 17th 3 of the year for Diallo, who shoots 29% from deep. Eagles down 8 on the offensive end. Browder, right block, right hand flip, halfway down and out. Pokes out right side into Diallo's arms. Cavs by 8, moving right to left. They've made 4 of their last 5 shots. Roberts bangs inside on Houck. Can't find the bunny. Illick the rebound. Eagles run. Houck sends it ahead to Fry. Lost it through his wickets. Picks it up left of the lane. Reset between the rings for Illick. Gives off Browder. Browder off of his shoe top. It's out of bounds. Rylan Houck was in position, but he thought that it was tipped out by a Cavalier. Instead, it's off of Browder's shoe for Carson-Newman's 4th turnover, and the ball back to the Cavs. Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Illick's out, Stamper's in, Ramsey's out, Collier Pruitt's in. Wise has started 7 of 14 from the field. Eagles shooting 33% in comparison. Cavs have it on pure shooting percentages right now. Diallo pass inside, deflected out by Browder. And it stays with the Cavaliers. Inbounds, deflected by Houck. Browder ahead to Fry. Fry runs the middle of the lane and throws it down with the right hand. Eagles within 6, 15-9, 13-12, 13-12 to go in the first half. Cavs second turnover. Wise front court. Diallo into the high post for Roberts. Roberts sizes up the basket. Stops, passes Pruitt right wing into the right corner. It goes for Anderson Cummins. Back to the right wing, Roberts. 8 on the shot clock. Fires the right elbow jumper. It's off the mark from 15. Fry pulls in the rebound. And the Eagles bring it left to right. Bill Bray head of the key, defended by Collier Pruitt. Tosses right wing Stamper. Stamper one dribble gives off Houck head of the key. Houck knifes down the left side of the lane. Tried to save it in. Couldn't do so. Stumbled. Houck lost his footing. And it ends up going out of bounds back to Wise. So Cavs have the basketball with a 6-point lead. Cavs on the offensive end. Pruitt in the right corner. Peels out between the rings. Stops, lobs, free throw line Roberts. One dribble to the left block. Off balance, Leaner won't fall. Ivorish Uosis there to grab the rebound. And the Eagles bring it from left to right. Carson-Newman down by 6. They've trailed by as many as 8 and wire to wire thus far. Bilbray flips it out. Browder right wing. He tries an uncontested triple. It was on line but long. Long rebound comes out to Diallo on the right wing. 15-9, UVA Wise. 11:43 to go first half. Cavs try a 3 from Pruitt right wing. It's long. Roberts an offensive rebound. He's fouled by Bilbray on his turnaround jumper. Cavs haven't scored in 2.5 minutes, but the Eagles are only within 6. Bilbray commits his first personal. It's the first on the Eagles. 11:38 to go in the first half. 15-9. Wise leads Carson-Newman. Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles, located in the MSAC Grand Hall. The Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. Visit them online at eagleshop.cn.edu.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
15-9, UVA Wise leads Carson-Newman, but the Cavs haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. On the flip of that, the Eagles have only had a Khalees Fry transition bucket in the stretch, and Cam Roberts is at the line, missing the first free throw off the front of the rim. So the best he can do is make this a 7-point game. We have hit the offensive doldrums. Just one bucket between the two sides over the last 2 minutes. It's an 0-2 trip for Roberts. Illick boxes out Pruitt in the middle of the lane. Scoring drought extends for the Cavs, and the Eagles bring it front court down 6. Browder attacks the basket all the way to the hoop, misfires the layup. Illick an offensive rebound, turns around, right hand hook, good for Illick. 4 for Braden Illick. Carson-Newman's within 4, 15-11. 11-17 to go in the first half. Cavs looking for their first points in nearly 3 minutes. Cummins, left wing. He sizes up a triple, airballed it. It's poked in by Roberts, but corralled by Illick at the free throw line, and the Eagles push left to right. Browder, left wing, zips it to Illick at the free throw line, out to Bilbray right wing. He drives on Roberts, pulls up, right baseline, 15-footer, back iron, won't go down. Caden Giles grabs the rebound over the Sac logo, and the Cavs bring it right to left. 3.5 minutes without points for UVA Wise, but just 4 in that stretch for Carson-Newman. Giles, right baseline out to Diallo, right wing. Jab step, feeds Pruitt, left point. He tries the 3 and stops the skid for the Cavs. 3.5 minute scoring drought, no more. Collier Pruitt drills the 3. It's back to a 7-point lead for the Cavs. 18-11, 10:22 to play in the first half. Eagles got stops but couldn't score. Now turn it over. Jack Browder at the timeline airmails a pass to the left corner for Caden Botts into Wise's bench for the Eagles' 6th giveaway. Ball back to UVA Wise. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, they are your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. Braden Illick forces a turnover on the other end. Bounce it ahead to Bilbray, cutting to the basket. Shelley erases his shot. Great transition defense by Patrick Shelley. Collier Pruitt the rebound. And the Cavs bring it right to left ahead by 7 with 9:55 to go in the first half. Cummins off to Diallo left baseline, back to Cummins left wing. Pump fakes a 3, shuffles into the paint, kick out Shelley. Tries a right corner 3, front of the 10, no good. Browder tips the rebound to Uosis on the left block. And the Eagles bring it left to right. Bilbray left of the lane, bounces out to Illick left wing. It was deflected. Illick corrals, gets it to Bilbray in the left corner. Open look from deep, front of the 10, no good. Ramsey pulls in the board on the right block for the Cavs. Eagles 33% from the field against the conference's second best shooting defense. Evan Ramsey twists in on the other side and lays it in over Illick with the right hand. Evan Ramsey with 6. Cavs have a 9-point lead, their biggest, with 9:05 to play in the first half. Eagles 31% from the field with 6 first-half turnovers. Bilbray, head of the key. Mosey's down the right side of the paint, gives off to Uosis right wing. Bounces Illick up top. 9-8 to shoot around to Browder left wing. Browder around the screen. Finds Botts left wing. 4-3. Botts back to Browder. 2-1. Browder lost the handle on it. Cummins the steal. Cummins into the front court. Spins on Bilbray. Lays it up. Hangs and hits. Cavs up 11. 22-11. 8:33 to play in the first half. Eagles 2.5 minutes without points. And the Cavs have taken advantage to stretch the lead out to double digits for the first time tonight. 22-11, 8:20 to play. Now another turnover, 8 for the Eagles. Wise, though, out of sorts. Yoro Diallo trips over a photographer as he loses it out of bounds. The Eagles front court. Botts transition 3, left corner. He buries it. That stops a 7-0 surge for the Highland Cavaliers. Eagles down 8, 22-14, 8:03 to go in the first half. Wise front court. Pruitt drops it off for Ramsey, right block. Back out to Pruitt, right wing. He's got an open look from deep. He airballed it. Shelley saves it into Diallo left corner. Second chance. Shelley left block. Turns, shoots over Browder. It counts, and a foul. Patrick Shelley into the scoring column. His first points. It's a first personal on Jack Browder. A second team foul on the Eagles. Cavs back up 10. 7:47 to go in the first half. Wise 24. Carson-Newman 14. We return to the Pryor Center after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club.
24-14, Cavs up by 10. Eagles, if they want to win this one, they'll need to rally from their first double-digit deficit of the season. Carson-Newman, 8 first-half turnovers and 35% shooting. Cavs got up 8 early off of a 10-2 run, then went 3.5 minutes without scoring, but the Eagles could only get the deficit down to 4. And the Cavs have made the Eagles pay for that scoring swoon. A 7-0 run while the Eagles went 2.5 minutes without scoring. They're back up 11 after the and one free throw. It's a 25-14 lead for the Cavs with 7:37 to go in the first half. Eagles on the offensive end. Browder at the free throw line, dribbles through traffic, lost the handle on it, gets it back left wing into the left corner for a Bill Bray three. That's long. Rebound poked by Ramsey over to the right elbow where Cy Hardy corrals. Roberts into the front court. Left of the paint for the Cavs, backs it out. Right point for Lightford into the right corner. Shelley's triples off the front iron. Houck the rebound for the Eagles. Carson-Newman sprints left to right. Bill Bray, right wing, tries a triple. He airballed it, but there was a whistle and a blocking foul on Kalen Lightford on Houck's drive and kick. First on Lightford, second on the Cavs. 7:04 to play in the first half. 25-14. UVA wise the lead. Shamir Carruthers will check in for Carson-Newman. First action he's seen since January 3rd. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital, they are laser-focused on your success. Carruthers tries a right wing three. It's off the back of the tin, no good. Roberts the rebound. Cavs bring it right to left. Eagles 33% from the field. Wise at 44%. Right baseline drive. Hardy drop it off. Ramsey left block. He goes down and thunders it in with two hands. Evan Ramsey has 8 points to lead all scorers. The Cavs are up by 13. Their biggest lead of the day. 27-14 with 6:30 to play in the first half. Eagles on to the offensive end. Stamper, left point, chest pass, Carruthers left corner. Inside out action, Fry right wing, dribbles inside, lost the handle on it, gets it back left block, and Fry lays it in. Khalees Fry has 4 points. Eagles down 11, 27-16. 6:08 to play in the first half. Turnover on the Cavs in their fifth. Houck takes an errant pass on the right wing. Stamper throws it ahead. It's intercepted, though, on the right wing by Cy Hardy. Hardy into the front court. Left corner. Pump fakes a three. Dribbles inside. Underhand pass. Roberts at the free throw line. Roberts bangs his way down to the right block. Teardrops off the mark. Rebound loose and out of bounds. Last touch by Evan Ramsey. Ball back to Carson-Newman, down 11. Eagles move from left to right against 1-2-2 zone pressure from the Cavaliers. Eagles looking to get it to single digits on this possession. Crowder down the right side of the paint. Muscles up a shot on Diallo. Airballed. Ramsey pulls in his fifth rebound. Cavs bring it right to left with an 11-point lead, pardon me. Cy Hardy stumbles in the right corner, but he got tripped, whistling a foul on Shamir Carruthers. First on Carruthers, third on the Eagles. Ball out of bounds on the right baseline for the Cavs. No Colin Brown today for Carson-Newman. That's why Carruthers is the backup point. Brown, much like much of campus, dealing with an illness as the inbounds is deflected by Browder. Carruthers ahead to Fry. Runs the middle of the lane, and he threw it down with two hands, but called for a walk. Chuck Benson says, review that. That was the quickest walk call I've ever seen. He caught it over the sack logo. There weren't 3 steps there for him to take 3 steps. If he had taken 3 steps, he would have run into the stanchion. Awful. Cavs looking to take advantage with an 11-point lead. Left corner, Cy Hardy. Hardy right around a Giles screen. Feeds Diallo right point. Diallo 3-2 on the shot clock. Pruitt a right corner 3 is short off the front iron. Stamper grabs the rebound. Eagles bring it left to right. Down by 11. Stamper left to the lane. Whistle and a foul. Browder trying to get around Cam Roberts. Roberts is called for his second. Team's third. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. 27-16, Cavs the lead. An early 10-2 run, coupled with a 7-0 burst, have had Wise up by as many as 13 in this one. Neither team scored in a hot minute. 90 seconds both ways without points. Eagles looking to break that open here, shooting 33% in the first half. Browder, left wing, open look from deep. Missed it off the back iron. Fry had the offensive rebound. It was tipped out of his hands, but Houck crowds at the head of the key, takes it down the middle of the lane, and draws a foul on a finger roll layup attempt. Toilet bowled out right side, but Houck shoots free throws. After the personal on Caden Giles, his first, team's fourth. Cavs haven't scored in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Eagles haven't made a shot since Fry's layup a minute 48 ago. And stuck at 11, 27-16 for a hot minute. Scoreboard already has Houck making the first free throw. I guess I just flat out missed that one. He makes the second as well, pardon me. So Rylan Houck, a 2 of 2 trip. Houck has his first points. Eagles down 9, 27-18 with 4:16 to go in the first half. Wise with it front court. Diallo, left wing, matches up on Houck, drives inside, gets over the sack logo, turns around, misfires the 10-footer. Browder reaches up for his first rebound. And as Carson-Newman started to bring it front court, Rylan Houck shaken up. Officials will send it to a media. 4:03 to go in the first half. Wise, 27. Carson-Newman, 18. Defensive effort is there for the Eagles. Carson-Newman trying to find purchase offensively, shooting just 31% from the field. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
.403 to play in the first half. 27-18, Wise leads Carson-Newman. The Eagles have gotten some stops, but haven't found the bottom of the bucket to take advantage of those Cavalier lulls in scoring. Eagles just 31.8% from the field as Botts drives left baseline and steps out of bounds. It also hasn't helped that the Eagles have turned it over 11 times here in the first half. So Botts with the step out of bounds. Ball back to the Cavs. Wise onto the offensive end. Pruitt, left elbow, circles it around. Fry intercepts, steals, and brings it front court. Fry off to Bilbray, right wing. Gets it to the free throw line. Back out Browder around to Botts left baseline. Pumps, drops it off Fry right block. Back out head of the key, Bilbray. Right around to Fry's screen. Bilbray shoots a triple. Toilet bowls out left side. Diallo winches in his 6th rebound. Cavs bring it right to left. 3 minutes without points, but still maintaining a 9-point lead. Shelley in the middle of the lane. Lost it. Out of bounds. It's off of Shelley's left hand. Hit it out. Going up with his right. Punched it out with his left. Cavs' 8th turnover. Ball back to the Eagles, down by 9. It's been touch sloppy both ways. 19 combined turnovers here in the first half. Let's see how the Eagles can close the final 3 minutes, down by 9 after trailing by as many as 13. Illick skips right wing Bilbray. Left around an Illick screen to the head of the key. Bilbray spins down the right side of the paint. Backs it out. Botts up top. 7 and 6 around to Browder left wing. Browder 4 and 3. Browder spins. Got stripped by Shelley. But before that, a whistle and a foul as he takes a tumble. Shelley got him on the arm as he reached through. First on Shelley, 5th on the Cavs. Well, that is a fortuitous break for Carson-Newman. And it was either going to be a turnover and a live ball turnover at that or a shot clock violation. And instead, Carson-Newman gets 20 on the clock. Botts inbounds left baseline for Illick on the left wing. Illick bounces to Bilbray, head of the key. Bilbray slaloming around Anderson Cummins, and he gets bumped out of bounds. Whistling a foul on Cummins, his first. Team 6th. 18 first-half points for Carson-Newman and no field goals for the Eagles in the last 3.5 minutes. Cavs haven't scored in 4 minutes. This is a 24-14 game at the under 8 media timeout. So in the last 6 minutes, 3 points for the Cavs, 4 points for the Eagles. We have hit the offensive doldrums. Bilbray, free throw line, pull-up, 15-footer off the mark. Browder, offensive rebound, right-hand stick back's good. 7 for Jack Browder. He's got his second board, and the Eagles are within 7. 27-20, 2:22 to play, rolling first half clock. Cavs work right to left with it. Diallo at the head of the key, attacks Bilbray down to the right block, drops the shoulder, kicks out Pruitt up top. Pruitt steps left to the wing, tries a triple, misses it long. Botts elevates for the rebound on the right baseline for the Eagles. Scoring drought continues for the Cavs. It's a little 6-0 canter for the Eagles over the last 4 minutes. Fry left block, pumps, layup, blocked by Shelley. Goaltend on Shelley, pinned it off the backboard. 8 in a row for Carson-Newman. And all of a sudden, the Eagles are down 5, 27-22, with 1:53 to go in the first half. This isn't your typical run. It's not an explosion. More of a soft flash of powder, but regardless, the Eagles have scored the last 8. 27-22, Cavs by 5 with 100 seconds left in the first half. Ramsey off to the right wing, Patrick Shelley. Shelley bounces Ramsey right baseline, 2 to the ball on Ramsey. Ramsey looking to pass, finds Diallo left point, 7 and 6. Diallo through the middle of the lane. Leaps, contact with Illick, can't get it to fall. Browder the rebound, sends it ahead to Bilbray. Bilbray, pull up, right wing, triple. Front of the 10, no good. Ramsey snags his 6th board on the left block for the Cavs, and Wise brings it right to left. Wise leads in spite of not having a point in the last 5 minutes. 27-22, UVA Wise with 67 seconds left first half. Diallo, a left wing, triples off the mark. Rebound given to Shelley in the middle of the lane, and he draws a foul on Jack Browder. Going back up for the putback. 2nd on Browder, 4th on the Eagles. And Wise looks for its first points in nearly 6 minutes with Patrick Shelley at the line. 71% free throw shooter in his career. He's at 77% here in his senior season, and he gets the roll off the front iron for the first. First Cavalier points in 5 minutes and 39 seconds. They're up 6. Went nearly 6 minutes without scoring and still have a multi-possession, not only a lead, but a multi-possession lead. 2-2 trip for Shelley. Out to a 7-point Cavalier advantage. 29-22, under a minute to go first half. A half in which the Cavs led by as many as 13. Houck between the rings. Defended tightly by Kalen Lightford. Houck. Overhead pass to Illick, left wing. Dribble handoff, Jack Browder. Browder gets north-south to the hole. Right-hand scoop. Falls in over Diallo's outstretched hand. 9 for Jack Browder. Carson-Newman down 5. 29-24, 33 seconds left in the first half. Cavs onto the offensive end. Cummins, free throw line. Pumps, bounces Diallo left wing. 7-second difference. Shot clock to game clock. Shots at 14, games at 21. Ramsey, left elbow. Pivots around. Fry called for a reach. First on Khalees Fry. 5th on the Eagles. Shot clock turns off, and the Cavs can play for the final shot if they so choose with 16.1 to go. First Bank is the official bank of Carson-Newman Athletics and the only place you can get a Carson-Newman Eagles debit card. Stop by any First Bank location to get your Carson-Newman debit card and show your Eagles pride. Inbounds comes into the backcourt for Kalen Lightford. 13-12, he sets up shot between the rings. And now with 10, Blake Mellinger calls for time. Interesting decision here to bleed off 7 seconds. I guess get the end out on the sideline as opposed to underneath the basket. For the final play of the first half, it has turned into a defensive grinder of a first half. Wise had the hot hand early. Used a 10-2 run and a 7-0 run to build a 13-point lead, but then went 6 minutes without points. The Eagles mustered a 10-2 scoring run. Still on that 10-2 run. And have cut it to 5 after trailing by 13. Both teams shooting below 38% from the field. They're a combined 4 of 23 from beyond the arc, and that is a repeat of the first meeting. Teams made a combined 9 threes on more than 40 attempts in the meeting in Holt. Inbounds comes to the backcourt for Lightford. 7-6. Lightford between the rings off to Diallo left point. Into the paint for Ramsey. Ramsey dispossessed by Illick. It's out of bounds. 1.3 to go. Wise ball. So the Cavs with a second to get a shot off. Diallo will trigger left baseline. Diallo looks, finds Lightford head of the key. Open look from range. Back iron, no, and that is how the first half comes to a close. Eagles close the first half on a 10-2 run. Wise goes the final 6:40 of the half without making a shot from the field. And the Cavs carry a 29-24 lead into the halftime locker room. Chuck Benson chatting some things over with the officials, much to the delight of Wise's fan base. Not sure what went down there, just potentially a miscommunication. Regardless, 29-24, Cavs lead it at the halftime break. Halftime show heads your way from the Pryor Center after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser-focused on your success.
AEC is a distributor of Marathon energy-efficient water heaters. We offer 30-gallon to 105-gallon tanks. Marathon water heaters are durable, lightweight, and under warranty to not leak as long as you own your home. Foam insulation allows these thermal storage units to provide long-term temperature control. Marathon's lightweight tank is easier to maneuver and position, and the bowl-shaped tank bottom allows complete sediment drain. AEC, empowering efficiency.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the Eagles Shop halftime report in 60 seconds. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
It's halftime on the Eagles Sports Network. Highlights, a check of the Eagles Shop scoreboard, and stats are headed your way.
Fry takes it away from him. Fry runs the middle of the lane and throws it down with the right hand.
Now let's head back to the arena. Here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Halftime at the Pryor Center, and UVA Wise has a 29-24 lead on Carson-Newman. Odd little first half of basketball, and I suppose it's not that odd when you consider that these two teams are two of the three best in the league in defensive field goal percentage. It is a defensive grinder at the half, 29-24. Cavs up at the break. Wise got up by 13 off of a 10-2 run early, a 10-2 start to the game, and then surged ahead by 13 off of a 7-0 burst, but the Eagles outscore the Cavs 10-2 over the final 6:40 of the first half. Wise scores just 5 points over the final 8 minutes of the period. And that allows Carson-Newman to eke its way back into this one. If the Eagles are hitting, they've got a multi-possession lead, but instead Carson-Newman 35.7% from the field, 2 of 12 at the from beyond the arc. They haven't gotten to the stripe a ton, just 2 of 2 at the charity stripe for the Eagles. Neither team taking great care of the basketball. 19 combined turnovers in this one. The Eagles with 11, the Cavs with 8. Eagles do have a 7-6 advantage in points off turnovers. Wise is +1 on the glass, and with a 7-6 advantage in second chance points. So, a weird first half. I don't think the 5-point margin is indicative of the fact that Wise led the first half wire to wire. And by as many as 13. But Cavs do only make one of their final 8 shots and miss 6 straight to head into the halftime locker room. Jack Browder has 9 to lead all scorers. The league's leading scorer is 4 of 10 from the field and has 3 rebounds. Wise has 8 from Evan Ramsey and 6 rebounds. He's 4 of 6 from the field. And then nobody else that has played has more than 5 points, save for Khalees Fry, who has 6 for Carson-Newman. Been a defensive grinder. 29-24. Eagles down at the halftime break. We'll take you around the rest of the South Atlantic Conference. Eagles Shop scoreboard update comes your way after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at seeandeagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's seeandeagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
A check of the SAC scoreboard is next. Stick around on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
The Eagles Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
All right, back courtside at the Pryor Center. Wise a 29-24 lead on Carson-Newman, trying to split the season series with the Eagles. Carson-Newman looking for the sweep and a fourth straight win overall against UVA Wise. Earlier today, Carson-Newman women's basketball saw its six-game win streak come to a close. Eagles shoot just 37.9% from the field, go 4 of 22 from beyond the arc, and fall 83-70 to UVA Wise. First win in the modern era of women's basketball for UVA Wise over Carson-Newman. Elsewhere on the Hoops Hardwood today, over in Burt Stanford Arena, Mars Hill has a 29-22 lead on Emory and Henry in a defensive slugfest. Neither team shooting better than 40% from the field. Keenan Wilkins leads Mars Hill with 10 points, while Corbin Dixon has 9 for E and H, who's just shooting 30% from the field and 4 of 18 from beyond the arc. 31-22, Mars Hill leads that one going into the halftime break. Catawba has traveled to Coker, and the Indians are up 45-35 at the half. Catawba, 53% from the field, forced 11 first-half turnovers for the Cobras and have a 15-4 edge in points off turnovers. Jordan Simpson leads the Indians with 13 points. Lincoln Memorial is at Tusculum. 6 minutes gone in the second half. And LMU owns a 41-31 lead on the Pioneers. Again, defense is carrying the water here inside of the South Atlantic Conference on this Wednesday night. Neither team in that one is shooting better than 40% from the field. Spearman and Mims have 12 and 11 to lead Lincoln Memorial. Anderson's at home against Newberry. The Trojans are up 37-30 on the Wolves at the break. Drake Downs has 15 points to lead all scores to go along with 8 rebounds, but he doesn't have a lot of help. Balanced scoring effort for the Trojans. 4 guys have at least 5. 5 guys that have at least 5, led by 11 from Dallas Jones. And then Lenore Ryan's out to a 38-25 halftime lead on Wingate. Bears sizzling, 56% from the field and 6 of 11 from beyond the arc in that one. 26 combined turnovers in that one, 14 for Wingate, 12 for Lenore Ryan. Halftime here in the Pryor Center. Wise 29, Carson-Newman 24. Eagles closed the first half on a 10-2 run after trailing by as many as 13. We'll see what the second half holds when we get back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijo's, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijo's is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijo's features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Bills top of the key. Pull up three. On the way. Got it. Charlie Clark dialing long distance with impunity.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
Every day brings new challenges, and those challenges look different for everyone. But no matter what each day looks like, your local energy co-op is here to power every moment. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the field, AEC is committed to bringing you safe, affordable, and reliable power to get you through the day. We are your local electric co-op, and we are here for you. AEC, empowering every day.
29-24, UVA Wise leads Carson-Newman at the halftime break. Eagles trying to sweep the regular season series against the Cavs, but if they're to do so, they're going to have to rally from their first double-digit deficit of the season and come back from a halftime deficit for the second time on the road and the third time all year. Before we start the second half, let's pause 10 seconds so that our stations may identify themselves across the Eagles Sports Network. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you courtside. Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control. Carson-Newman down 29-24 to UVA Wise at the halftime break. Down 5 in spite of shooting 35.7% from the field. In a defensive battle between these two clubs, who both have NCAA tournament aspirations. Wise in a bit firmer positioning for that heading into the final month of the regular season than Carson-Newman. This would be a key win for the Eagles toward those aspirations if they can complete a comeback. Jack Browder, a drive on the opening possession, and he gets bumped off and will shoot 2 free throws. Yoro Diallo whistled for his first personal. And the first on the Highland Cavaliers. Jack Browder now in sole possession of 7th place on the all-time scoring list. 9 points today as he shorts the first free throw. Gives him 1,833 for his career. And he passes Arnold Mellinger, the only guy in program history with his jersey retired, and the grandfather of UVA Wise head coach Blake Mellinger. Browder makes the second. He's the first player from either team into double figures with 10. And it's an 11-2 run for the Eagles spanning the halftime break. Down 4, 29-25, 19:40 to play in the second half. Cy Hardy, head of the key, Feeds Diallo left wing, zips it inside. Cam Roberts got blocked from behind on a dunk attempt by Browder. Browder leads the break. Dribbles through the middle of the lane. Euro, left-hand flip. Whistle. Shot didn't fall, but I think Patrick Shelley's been called for a blocking foul. Indeed he has. It's his second, the team's second. Browder to the line for a second straight possession. Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. Browder knocks down the first. Contact men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins at cneagles.com/modernwoodman to help secure your family's financial future. Second from Browder, nothing but strings. He's got 12 to lead all scores. And the Eagles are within 2. A 13-2 run for Carson-Newman, spanning the halftime break. After trailing by 13, Carson-Newman within a pair 40 seconds into the second half. Cavs with it front court. Shelley, right wing. Finds Roberts, right baseline. Roberts loops it to Diallo in the left corner. Diallo backs it out to Hardy, left wing. 8 and 7. High low to Ramsey, left baseline. Ramsey ducks the shoulder, right-hand hook. Illick blocked it. It's free in the middle of the lane. Hout grabs it, gets it to Illick, and he leads the break for Carson-Newman. Illick back tapped by Roberts. It's stolen by Shelley underneath. Shelley into the front court. Euros zips up a shot out of control and draws a foul. Charge this one to Rylan Houck, his first. First on Carson-Newman. And UVA Wise heads to the line for 2. Cavs still looking for their first bucket from the field in nearly 8 minutes. Evan Ramsey had a dunk at 6:41 to go in the first half. Those are the Cavs' last points from the field. They've scored exclusively at the stripe since then. Shelley goes 2 for 2. And it's out to a 4-point Cavalier lead. 31-27. 18:45 to play in the second half. Eagles work right to left with it. Bilbray left around the Houck, screen to the wing. Goes back right to the top of the key. Bilbray bounce feed Fry, cutting down the right side of the paint. His dunk attempt erased by Ramsey. A couple blocks on dunks here in the second half. Cavs onto the offensive end. Shelley teardrop finds the bottom of the barrel. High difficulty from Patrick Shelley. He's got 9. That's Wise's first make from the field in 8 minutes. And they lead by 6, 33-27 with 18:13 to go in the second half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Browder flips it to Houck, left wing, out to Bilbray, top of the key. Bilbray down the left side of the lane, contested 2. Backboard, nothing else from 10 feet out. Ramsey the rebound. Sends it ahead to Diallo, left wing. Diallo in traffic. Whistle. Foul on Khalees Fry. Second on Fry, second on the Eagles. 17:55 to go in the second half. Cavs by 6. Wise on the offensive end. Diallo, middle of the paint. Flips it out to Shelley, left wing. Shelley right to the free throw line. Fades from 15 and knocks it down. Patrick Shelley's heating up. He's got 11 points. And after Carson-Newman cut it to 2, the Cavs have scored 6 in a row to make it an 8-point game. And now, as the Eagles bring it front court, Shelley called for a foul, reaching in on Jack Browder. It's a third on Shelley, a third on the Cavs. It's 3 on Patrick Shelley. Blake Mellinger says stay in. Shelley's had the hot hand and has scored all 6 of Wise's points after halftime. 6 straight for the Cavs to get back up by 8 after they didn't score a shot from the field for 8 minutes. Eagles look for their first points of the field in the second half. Bilbray, left elbow. He shoots from 15, left it short. Fry had the rebound, but it slapped through his hands by Roberts. Hardy grabs it and races front court. Hardy down the right side of the lane. Jump ball, arrow favors Wise. Good tie-up by Matt Bilbray. Inside. Cavalier crowd wants a foul. 35-27, Cavs by 8. They've scored the last 6. And look to extend the run on this possession. Diallo beating and banging down on the right block. Flips it out to Hardy, right wing. Jab step right foot. He drives on Browder. Whistle. He shoots 2. Browder says, hey, I took a shoulder to the sternum here. It should not be a blocking foul. Instead, Browder has been called for his third and the team's third. 2 free throws for Cy Hardy. 6 straight for the Cavs after the Eagles cut it to 2 with a 13-2 run. And now the Cavs back on the verge of a double-digit lead with a 6-0 run and a 2-minute, 22-second Eagles scoring drought. Hardy's first is through, nothing but strings. Cavs are 6 of 8 at the line. One more free throw for Cy Hardy. Two dribbles, spins the ball into his left hand, shoots it with his right, missed it off the back of the tin. Khalees Fry pulls in his second rebound, outlet ahead to Bilbray, coasting to the cup, right hand finger roll, falls in. First points for Matt Bilbray. Eagles down 7, 36-29 with 16:50 to go in the second half. Wise onto the offensive end. Left wing for Cy Hardy. Hands off to Diallo on the perimeter. Right around the Ramsey screen. 2 passes down to Roberts, right block. Roberts, right hand, layup, no. Ramsey, put back, won't go down. Whistle, foul. It's on Stamper. It's his first. 4th on the Eagles. 2 free throws for Evan Ramsey. His first attempts on the day. Ramsey, 82% here in his sophomore season, 71% for his career, and he calmly swishes the first. 72 of 88 at the line for the sophomore out of Abingdon. He's got the Cavs up by 8, looking to extend it to 9 with his second foul shot. Bends the knees, hoists it up, and back spins through the strings. Ramsey has 10 points and 9 rebounds. 38-29, Cavs by 9. Full court pressure on for the Cavs off of the made free throw. Bilbray breaks it through the middle of the floor. Dribbles over to the right wing. Stamper, head of the key. Underhand pass, Houck, left wing, back to Bilbray up top. Bilbray, free throw line. Chest pass, Stamper in the left corner. Catch 3 on the way, airballed it. Fry an offensive rebound, leans back, can't connect, but a whistle and a foul. It's a 3rd personal on Cam Roberts. A 4th team foul on the Cavaliers. And 2 free throws for Khalees Fry. Carson-Newman, a 13-2 run spanning the halftime break to get within 2. Cavs answered with 6 in a row to take it back out to a 3-possession game. Eagles just 1 of 5 from the field after halftime. Fry barely grazes iron with the first free throw, much to the delight of UVA Wise's student section. Stick around for the Domino's postgame report for the selection of the premier player of the game. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. The premier team delivers service with pride. Second foul shot for Fry. He adjusts and sinks. 8-point game in favor of Wise. 38-30, 4 minutes into the second half. Wise onto the offensive end. Head of the key for Shelley. Inside for Ramsey. Deflected. Houck steals. Houck sends it ahead for Fry, but it's batted by Shelley into Carson-Newman's bench, and we come to a break in the action. Eagle basketball when we return. 15:55 to play in the second half. Wise 38, Carson-Newman 30. And we return to the Pryor Convocation Center after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
$15:55 to go, second half. 38-30. Wise leads Carson-Newman. Carson-Newman basketball. Out of the break. Eagles 1 of 5 from the field to start the second half, but have made 4 of 6 free throws. Houck inbounds to Bilbray in the backcourt, who tracks it down. Eagles will have 27 on the shot clock, but Bilbray dribbled it off of his foot. He grabs it back, sends it to Fry up the left sideline. Eagles have numbers. Illick, right wing, triple, toilet bowls it in. Braden Illick cans a three, first of the second half for Carson-Newman. They're down 5. 38-33 with 15:32 to play in the second half. Cavs with it front court. Diallo right baseline, cut off by Browder. At the base of the zone, Cavs working around the horn. 3 around 2. Shelley right wing, 10 to shoot, out to Hardy, head of the key. Hardy drives on Bilbray, step back, right elbow, 15-footer, swishes it. High difficulty from Cy Hardy. He's got 5. 40-33, Cavs by 7, 15:08 to go second half. Eagles front court. Browder, teardrop, middle of the lane, tickles Twine from 10 feet out over the sack logo. 40-35, Cavs by 5, 14:57 to play second half. Wise onto the offensive end. Inside it goes Ramsey, middle of the lane. He throws it down with 2 hands. Ramsey flushed it home. And there's a warning on Wise's bench. Illick went for the overplay, batted it, went to bat at it, and that left the rim wide open for Evan Ramsey to rock it down. 42-35, Cavs by 7. Ramsey has 12 points. Eagles work right to left with it, down by 7. 14:40 to go in the second half. Browder between the rings, defended by Pruitt tightly. Right around an Illick screen. Browder gets north-south down the right side of the paint. Flips up a wild runner and draws a foul. Free throws for Jack Browder. The personal is on whom? Collier Pruitt. First on him, 5th on the Cavaliers. Free throws for Jack Browder. Hold the phone. You got a technical on Yoro Diallo. So you're going to get 2 technical free throws for Jack Browder, followed by the personal free throws. And Browder hits the first. So technical foul assessed to Yoro Diallo. Browder 2 for 2 on the technical foul free throws. He's pulled Carson-Newman within 5. They need to add 1 more on the scoreboard. There it is, 37. And now 2 regular free throws. That's 3 in a row for Browder. He's got 17 points to lead all scorers. And a chance to pull Carson-Newman within a triple on an odd little 4-point play here, which he does. 4 for 4 on that trip for Browder. He's got 18 points. 42-39, Cavs by 3, 14:25 to go in the second half. Wise front court. Ramsey, left block, backs down Illick. Hop step into the lane, ducks the right shoulder, shoots over Illick. Misfired off to the right. Rebound saved in by Browder to Illick underneath the basket, and the Eagles sprint right to left with it. Illick hands off to Bilbray on the right wing. Bilbray left around an Illick screen to the head of the key, gets north-south into the paint, twists around, curls it out, and gives off to Illick right wing. Illick Top of the key. Nobody on him. Finds Browder right corner. Shelley in his kitchen. Browder left around in Illick screen. Feeds Bilbray head of the key. 7-6. Bilbray pulls from deep. Bilbray toilet bowls it in to tie the game. 42-42. It's a 7-0 run for the Eagles with 13:36 to play in the second half. Cavs onto the offensive end. Roberts right baseline. Flips it out to Pruitt right wing. Around to the left point for Cy Hardy. Hardy. Bounce feed Ramsey left block. He backs down Browder. Turns. Whistle. And all sorts of chaos happening down low. Browder took a shot to the head. Teams are going to go to their benches. And a lot for this officiating crew to sort out here. You probably have a common foul coming on Ramsey. And then he made contact with Browder. And they're going to say that the foul was on Browder. I think. That would be his fourth. Fifth on the Eagles. 7-0 run for Carson-Newman. They called the foul on Jack Browder. Officials will head to the monitor to break this one down. A technical foul on Yoro Diallo. 4 free throws and a Matt Bilbray 3 have pulled the Eagles even with the Cavs at 42 with 13:19 to go in the second half. The officials checking the monitor after Browder caught something to the noggin on the exchange with Ramsey inside. If nothing else, it does put a fourth personal on the league's leading scorer and the only guy in the country in Division II to lead his league in scoring and rebounding. So that certainly is a subplot pending the outcome of this review. Cam Roberts and Patrick Shelley both have 3 fouls for the Highland Cavaliers. Browder staying on the floor with 3 and now a fourth personal. He has not left the floor often this year, if at all, really. Browder leads the country in minutes per game at north of 38.5 per contest. And you can count on one hand the number of times this season he hasn't played 40 minutes. So the officials have viewed the tape. And the trio of Matt Leganke, Owen Lucky, and John Garrett congregates together just outside the jump circle to discuss this exchange between Browder and Evan Ramsey. Browder comes out of the exchange with his fourth personal. But has he also drawn a flagrant on Ramsey? Already had a Class A technical assessed to Yoro Diallo today. And this has been a bruising physical game between these two teams. Officials have finished their chat. And they're addressing both Blake Mellinger, Chuck Benson, and the scores table. And things are certainly being written down. Blake Mellinger, body language would indicate something has gone down against his team from an officiating standpoint. Chuck Benson flashes a thumbs up. This officiating crew will sort everything out. Ramsey's going to shoot, I believe, the free throws for the personal foul on Browder. The foul has been... I thought I heard the foul was on Illick, not Browder, listening to the official. So it's not on Browder. That's it. It's not his fourth. So he still has 3 as Ramsey goes 1 for 2. And it's on Illick, his first. So you had a common foul on Braden Illick, and then a flagrant dead ball foul on Ramsey. Browder hits the first. Still want to check. Yeah, it is on Illick. 2-2 trip for Browder, and after all that, Carson-Newman leads. 44-43. Carson-Newman has its first lead of the day off of a 9-1 run featuring 6 free throws from Jack Browder and 2 technicals on Wise. 1 flagrant and a Class A technical on Yoro Diallo. Eagles on the offensive end. Illick, right wing. He measures a triple. Illick strokes it. Braden Illick buries a 3, and the Eagles are up by 4. 47-43, 13:02 to play in the second half. Cavs on the offensive end. Roberts, right baseline, feeds out Collier Pruitt, right wing. He tries a 3. Left it short. Bilbray the rebound, outlets it ahead to Houck. Houck running. Bounce feed. Fry cutting to the basket. Right-hand layup puts it in. It's a 14-1 run for Carson-Newman, and the Eagles are up 6. 49-43, 12:40 to play in the second half. Cavs with it front court. Pruitt, free throw line. 15-footer straight on. Buries it. That stops the 14-1 or 7-0 run for the Eagles. Cavs within 4. 49-45, 12:22 to play in the second half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Illick hands off Bilbray left wing. Bilbray left baseline. Stops, backs out Illick left wing. Illick left around the Bilbray screen to the left baseline. Illick stripped by Cy Hardy. 13th turnover for the Eagles. Ahead to Shelley. Shelley racing to the basket. He hangs, hits, counted, and a foul on Houck. Tough take for Patrick Shelley. He's got 13. Cavs down 2. Second personal on Rylan Houck. 6th team foul on the Eagles. Shelley to the line where he's 5 for 5 today. 8 points after halftime for Patrick Shelley, and he looks to pull the Cavs within 1 at the stripe. Front end, front iron, backboard down through the hole. 5 straight for the Cavs after the Eagles got up 6. 49-48. Eagles by 1, under 12 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman 60% from the field after halftime. They've got the ball on the offensive end. Illick at the top of the key. 2 right-hand dribbles, switches over to his left hand on the right wing. A whistle and a foul away from the basketball on Collier Pruitt. His second, team 6th. Shot clock resets to 20. And it's Carson-Newman basketball when we come back. 11:43 to go in the second half. Eagles 49, Wise 48. Carson-Newman trailed by 13 in this one. But a 14-1 run here in the second half has Carson-Newman on the front foot. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Carson-Newman trailed by 13 in the first half, but has rallied. And the Eagles have a 1-point lead with Jack Browder at the line. That was actually Wise's 8th team foul. I did not write down the technicals, so he has a 1-and-1 situation on the other side of this break. And he connects on the front end. 20 for Browder. for his 16th 20-point performance of the season. And the 48th of his career, 3 in a row for Browder on the plus side of 20. He goes 2 of 2. 21-22 for Browder on the day. And a 51-48 lead for the Eagles with 11:35 to go in the second half. Cavs with it front court. 55% from the field in the second half for Wise. Right baseline for Cam Roberts. Jab step, right foot on Illick. Feels around, now bounces it inside for Shelley. Shelley shoots over Browder from the free throw line and rattles it in. 16 for Patrick Shelley, 11 after halftime. Cavs down 1, 51-50, 11-10 to go in the second half. Browder runs the point for Carson-Newman against Collier Pruitt on the offensive end. Left around an Illick screen down the left side of the paint. He Euros, hangs, and hits off glass. Tough take for Jack Browder. Now Bill Bray tries to steal in the inbounds, but steps on the baseline. It's Wise basketball. 10:57 to play second half. 53-50. Carson-Newman by 3. Eagles have made their last 6 shots from the field after a 1 of 5 start for the second half. 14-1 run has put Carson-Newman in front. Now trying to protect a 3-point lead. Giles left baseline out to the left wing for Cummins. Back to Giles left baseline. Dribbles out and hands off Roberts left wing. Roberts slips Giles running the middle of the lane. Right hand finger roll, won't go down. Rebound pings out to Pruitt left wing. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Pruitt pinned inside. Houck steals it away, sends it up the right sideline to Bill Bray. Pump fakes a 3. Went to turn to hand off to Rylan Houck, and you got a whistle and a foul. 1-1. Charge this. You got a technical foul assessed to Blake Mellinger. 3rd tech on the Cavaliers. And a 4th personal, I presume, on Patrick Shelley. So it'll be 2 free throws for Jack Browder for the technical. And then 1-1 after the 4th personal on Shelley. At least I think the 4th personal was on Patrick Shelley. First free throw for Browder. He rainbows it through. 25 for Jack. He's 12 of 13 at the stripe. 54-50. Eagles by 4, make it 5 as Browder rainbows through the second. As the now 10 team fouls on Wise, according to the scoreboard. I don't believe the foul on Mellinger should be assessed as a team, maybe. Stats don't have it as a 10th team foul. It is 1-1 for Rylan Houck, though. Chance to extend the 5-point lead. Houck front end, rattles through. Front iron, bounced in the air, caught the back iron, and then rolled through. 56-50. Carson-Newman has matched its biggest lead of the day at 6. Houck looks to give Carson-Newman a new largest lead at the charity stripe. And he does. 7-point lead for the Eagles, 57-50. 10:22 to play in the second half. Cavs with the basketball on their offensive end. Diallo left wing. Diallo flips it out. Cummins head of the key around to Pruitt right wing. Bounce feed Roberts, free throw line. Roberts muscles inside on Houck, shoots over top of him, rolls off left side. Cummins an offensive rebound, leans up, can't connect off the front of the 10. Rebound bounces off of bodies. It's out of bounds underneath the basket, last touched by an Eagle. So it stays with the Cavs with 20 on the shot clock. Wise front court. Diallo out to the left wing. Cummins. Jab step, floats down the middle of the paint, kicks out Pruitt right wing. Reset Diallo left wing, 10 to shoot. Diallo out to Cummins left corner. Jab step left foot, left baseline drive, peels out, right baseline, fades from 10. Front iron no good. Rebound out to the head of the key. Browder grabs it. Bounce it ahead to Bill Bray. Bill Bray coasting to the cup. Right hand finger roll won't fall. Browder offensive rebound, stick back, good for 2. Jack Browder puts the Eagles up by 9. 59-50, 9:25 to go in the second half. It's an 8-0 run for Carson-Newman. Cavs onto the offensive end. Ramsey banging inside Illick right block. Twists, turns, layup no, whistle foul. It's on Illick. That is Braden Illick's second. 7th on the Eagles. 2 free throws for Evan Ramsey to try to stop a 2-minute scoring drought for the Highland Cavaliers. Carson-Newman's outscored Wise 33-21. 35-21, pardon me, to start the second half. Ramsey misfires the first free throw long off the heel. So the best he can do is make it an 8-point game. One more free throw for Evan Ramsey. Couple dribbles. Pins the knees. Jack Browder, a lane violation. He'll get a second crack at the second free throw. Ramsey missed it long off the heel. So a second try for Ramsey to make this an 8-point game. Pins the knees. Third try is good. 14 for Evan Ramsey. 59-51, Eagles by 8. And a timeout for UVA Wise. We'll step aside for a break. 9:12 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 59, Wise 51. We're back to the Pryor Center after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser-focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
9:12 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 59, UVA Wise 51. Eagle basketball out of the break after Wise utilized its second 30-second timeout. Full court pressure on for the Cavaliers. Lots in the backcourt. Eagles will flip it along the right sideline to Matt Bilbray, who breaks the 10-second count and brings it front court. Bilbray to Illick at the top of the key. Illick for Browder, left wing, wide open from deep. He shorted it. It was on line, but short. Diallo a 7th rebound, and the Cavs bring it left to right. Cummins out for Diallo, head of the key around to Hardy, left wing. Back to Diallo up top. Finds Hardy, left wing. 3 around 2 against the zone. Skip it right wing. Cummins a triple. Cummins makes it from deep. 41% from beyond the arc. Eagles were late on the closeout, and Cummins brings the Cavs within 5. 59-54. 8:27 to go. Second half. Eagles the other way, breaking the press. Botts misses a left corner 3. Hardy the rebound and running for the Cavs. Hardy brings it front court. Right wing for Wise. Bounces to Ramsey, right block. Ramsey sends it to Diallo, head of the key. Chest pass, left elbow, Roberts. Spins right on Botts. Shoots over top of him. Missed it off the front of the 10. Botts the rebound for the Eagles in the middle of the lane. Hauk up the right sideline for Carson-Newman. He's fouled by Yoro Diallo. Eagles probably would have rather had Jack Browder's right wing 3 that resulted, as Diallo gets called for his 3rd, team's 11th. 2 free throws for Rylan Hauk. And an opportunity to stretch out a 5-point lead at the line. Hauk, first free throw, swishes it. 5 points for Rylan Hauk. They've all come at the free throw line. One more free throw for Rylan Hauk, and he swishes it. 61-54, Eagles by 7. 8:01 to play in the second half. Cavs bring it left to right. Hardy swings it to Diallo, left wing. High-low lob, Ramsey left of the block. Ramsey stumbled, and Illick gets called for a foul. Officials blow their whistles. Call Illick with his third, the team's 8th. Brings us to a break in the action. 7:50 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 61, Wise 54. We're back after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
7:50 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman trailed by 13 in the first half, but has outscored UVA Wise 39-25 after halftime to grab a 7-point lead. Came on the heels of a 13-2 run spanning the break and then a 14-1 run. And a stretch where the Cavs were whistled for 3 technical fouls. And Evan Ramsey is at the line shooting 1-1 after he tripped on Braden Illick, and his front end is through nothing but strings. 15 for Evan Ramsey to lead the Cavs in scoring. 2 dribbles, a third. Ramsey bends the knees, sends up the second, left it short. Houck's there for his 7th rebound. The Eagles bring it right to left with a 6-point lead. 61-55, 7:44 to go in the second half. And we got a whistle and a foul away from the basketball as Bilbray dribbled across the timeline. It's on Cam Roberts. That's his 4th, the team's 12th. It's a game being officiated much tighter than it was earlier. And I would say some of that is a consequence of the technical fouls on UVA Wise. It has been a brutish physical game as Khalees Fry toilet bowls in the first free throw. 62-55. Eagles by 7. Fry looking to put Carson-Newman up by 8 with his second free throw. Left it short. Ramsey has a double-double with his 10th rebound. And Wise moves left to right with it. Eagles 62, Cavs 55, 7:30 to play in the second half. Wise on the offensive end. Ramsey goes to work on Illick left block. Turns, right-hand hook. Ramsey tickles Twine. 8-foot hook shot, good for Evan Ramsey. He's got 17. 62-57, Eagles by 5, 7:15 to go in the second half. Full court pressure on for the Cavs. Eagles break it. Houck across the timeline, draws a trap and bounces out of it to Bilbray. Bilbray north-south, pulls up left of the paint, 12-footer, buries it. 7 for Matt Bilbray, 7 the lead for the Eagles. 64-57, 6:57 to go in the second half. Wise onto the offensive end. And a whistle and a foul on a high-low entry feed for Evan Ramsey. It is a 4th personal on Braden Illick. A 9th team foul on the Eagles. And 1-1 for Evan Ramsey, who's 5 of 8 at the line on the day. Patrick Shelley and Cam Roberts both have 4 personals on the bench for UVA Wise. Diallo and Ramsey both playing with a technical foul on the floor. Ramsey's front end of the 1-1 barely moves the strings. He's got 18. 64-58, Eagles by 6. One more free throw for Evan Ramsey. Eyes the basket, shoots the second. And it does a 720 around the iron before falling in. 64-59, Eagles by 5. 6:49 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman breaks Wise's press. Bilbray at the top of the key. Slips it down to Fry left block. Got a race by Ramsey. Bilbray the rebound. Second chance for the Eagles with 15 to shoot. Bilbray. Harassed by Cummins on the perimeter. 10 and 9. Bilbray right around the try screen to the right elbow. Fires the 15-footer. Bilbray knocks it down. 9 for Matt Bilbray. Back to a 7-point Carson-Newman lead. 66-59, 6:20 to play in the second half. Cavs onto the offensive end. Ramsey goes to work with 4 fouls on Illick. Misfires the bunny. Got it back. Second chance falls in. 11th rebound, 21st point for Evan Ramsey. 66-61, Eagles by 5. 6:04 to play in the second half. Eagles break the Cavs press. Browder left corner wide open from deep. Bullseye! Jack Browder's got 30. His second 30-point game of the season, and the Eagles are up by 8. 69-61, 5:50 to play in the second half. Cavs turn it over on the offensive end. Houck, a deflection off of Diallo in front of Wise's bench. Cavs with their 11th giveaway of the day and just their third of the second half. 69-61, Eagles by 8. Carson-Newman breaks Wise's press. Browder bounces Fry left block. Pumps, layup, right hand, good off glass. Got Ramsey airborne and then finished with the right hand. 10-point lead for the Eagles, 71-61. 5:30 to play second half. Cavs front court. Ramsey goes to work on Illick. Right hand, falls off left side, no good. Bilbray grabs the rebound. Bilbray with the ball in the backcourt, pressured by Diallo. Gets it up the left sideline to Illick, who hands back off to Bilbray. Breaks across the timeline with a second to spare. Bilbray to the basket. Right hand with a smooch off the window. The lead is 12 for the Eagles. 73-61, 5:05 to play in the second half. Cavs on the offensive end. Diallo a left wing three. He buries it. Timeout, UVA Wise. Diallo's three puts a halt to a 7-0 Carson-Newman run. 73-64. Eagles by 9. 4:58 to play in the second half. And Blake Mellinger wants to chat things over. Carson-Newman has broken Wise's press, and it's gotten the Eagles some good open looks at the rim. Carson-Newman shooting 62% from the field after halftime. 4 of 7 from beyond the arc in the second half. And a pivotal 19 of 22 at the charity stripe after halftime. Rebounding's even. Carson-Newman has more points off turnovers. Cavs have more second chance points. It has been the work at the line and hot second half shooting that has carried water for Carson-Newman. Erased a 13-point first half deficit and had the Eagles up by as many as 12 here in the second half. 73-64, Carson-Newman with 4:58 to play in the second half. Full court pressure on for the Cavaliers. Bilbray races past Hardy and into the front court. Bilbray flips it to Browder, left point. Browder for Bilbray, head of the key. Around a screen, slaloms inside on Ramsey, 13 to shoot. Deals it back out to the left wing. Ramsey sticks on Bilbray, 9 and 8. Bilbray, crossover dribble. Escapes, picks up his dribble, bounce feed, Fry right block, reverse layup, Fry kisses it in. 14 for Khalees Fry, back to an 11-point Eagle lead. 75-64, 4:20 to play in the second half. Cavs front court. Ramsey inside on Illick, turns, leaner, won't fall. Illick grabs the miss, gets it into Bilbray's arms, and the Eagles work right to left with it with an 11-point lead and 4:07 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman's made its last 5 shots from the field all around the basket. Browder out to Houck, right corner. He fires from range. Bounces in and out, no good. Pruitt the rebound, right baseline. Cavs move left to right. Diallo through the middle of the lane. Whistle, foul. Diallo laid it up. Foul is on the floor. Basket does not count. And the foul will be charged to whom? Rylan Houck? That's my gut. We'll confirm with the officials before we go to break. And they want to check the monitor. So we won't find out the foul before break. 3:51 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman 75, UVA Wise 64. Back to the Pryor Center after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
3:51 left in the second half. Carson-Newman 75, UVA Wise 64. Eagles were down 13 in the first half, but have used 13-2, 14-1, and 8-0 runs here after halftime to stretch things out to as large as 12. But Yoro Diallo is at the line shooting 2 after a foul on the floor committed by Rylan Houck. That was his third for the record, and Diallo's first free throw spins in. Diallo with 9 points to go with 7 rebounds. 59% shooter at the stripe here in his junior season. Is 1 of 1 today. Second one, back iron, no. Rebound pinged off of Browder, grabbed by Diallo, right baseline. Second chance for the Cavs, down 10, but they turn it over. Bilbray intercepts a pass at the top of the key. 12th Cavalier giveaway. Eagles bring it right to left with a 10-point lead. 3:35 to go in the second half. Illick has it left wing, back out to Bilbray between the rings, 15 to shoot. Bilbray knifes past Ramsey to the basket, drops it off. Fry right block. Fry punches it in with the right hand. He's matched his career high with 16. 77-65. Eagles match their biggest lead. 3:17 to go in the second half. Wise onto the offensive end. Cy Hardy left wing. Drives down the right side of the paint, gets inside, misfires the right-hand layup. Houck grabs the rebound, middle of the lane. Eagles float right to left with a 12-point lead, and 3:02 to play in the second half. Bilbray out for Illick at the top of the key. Hands off for Bilbray between the rings. Bilbray right around an Illick screen to the right wing. Back to Illick head of the key. 13 to shoot. Illick right-hand dribbles, finds Browder. Right wing, 3-ball. Airballed it, but it winds up in Fry's hand. 7 on the shot clock. Fry out to Illick left wing. Catch 3. He airballed that one to the right. Pruitt the rebound. Cavs move it left to right, down 12. 2:38 to go. Right corner. Shelley a triple. Shelley swishes it. Patrick Shelley has 19. 77-68. Browder harassed in the backcourt, sends it to Bilbray. Eagles by 9, 2:24 to play second half. Bilbray into the front court, gets it to Browder between the rings, back to Bilbray left wing with 18 on the shot clock, 2:16 to play, and the Eagles leading by 9. Bilbray against Hardy, 11 to shoot. Bounces Browder, drives through the middle of the lane and draws a foul. Browder took it into the teeth of the Cavs defense and earns 2 free throws after putting the first personal on Evan Ramsey and a 13th team foul on the Cavaliers. A chance for Jack Browder to stretch the lead back to double digits with 2 free throws. 31 points for Jack Browder. Make it 32 as he rolls the first one in. 7th career 30-point game for the SAC Player of the Year candidate. He's got the Eagles up 10. His 33rd point puts him up 11. Browder's career high, 36 in this building in December of last season. He's got 33 right now. Cavs on the offensive end. Right corner, a Pruitt fall-away 3 is off the mark. Ramsey got his paws to the rebound. It's loose. Browder grabs it. He's calling for time, but it's a jump ball, and the arrow favors Carson-Newman. Rebound number 8 for Jack Browder. Minute 55 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman 79. UVA Wise 68. A game in which the Eagles trailed by 13. but have outscored the Cavaliers 55-39 after halftime. And shot 58% from the field in the second half. Full court pressure on for the Cavs. Eagles will send Illick across the timeline. He's stripped. Loose ball into the backcourt. It's out of bounds off of Collier Pruitt, and it stays with Carson-Newman. 106 seconds left. Carson-Newman 79, UVA Wise 68. Hauk will inbound in the backcourt. The Eagles had already made it across the timeline, so I don't believe there's a 10-second count on. Both teams are in the double bonus as Bilbray works against Hardy to bring it across the timeline. Bilbray right around a Fry screen, accelerates to the right elbow, fades from 15. Bilbray, buttery smooth for a deuce. He's got 13. That's the Eagles' lead, their biggest of the day. 81-68, Fry and ear steal at the top of the key. Hardy grabs it back, gets it to Diallo left wing. Diallo takes it down to the left baseline, up and under move, drops it off Shelley right block. He lays it up, and it rattles in over top of Fry's outstretched right hand. 21 for Patrick Shelley, 11 the lead for the Eagles. 81-70 with 70 seconds left. Browder back tapped by Collier Pruitt, but he got him on the wrist. Third on Pruitt, 14th foul on the Cavaliers. More free throws for Jack Browder. 59% shooting for Carson-Newman after halftime, combined with a 21 of 24 effort from the second half at the charity stripe. 33 points for Jack Browder. He misfires his second free throw of the day. Now 15 of 17 at the stripe. So the best he can do is make it a 12-point game. 81-70, Eagles by 11 with 68 seconds left. Make it a 12-point game. Browder's got 34. 82-70. Eagles by 12 with 65 seconds left as the Cavs bring it front court. Ramsey, left wing. One dribble, skip over top of Pruitt's head and out of bounds. Turnover number 13 for the Cavs. Ball back to the Eagles. Hauk will inbound. Gets it into Matt Bilbray with under a minute to go. Eagles by 12, and Bilbray's fouled in the backcourt by Cy Hardy. Goes 75 feet the other way off of the 15th foul on Wise of the half. And Matt Bilbray gets to shoot 2 free throws with the Eagles up 12. Wise has only been beaten once in this building this season. It was by Emory and Henry in December. They've beaten 2 nationally ranked teams here in the Pryor Center as Bilbray calmly connects on the first free throw. 14 for him to go along with 5 assists. Eagles by 13 with 54 seconds left. 2-2 trip for Matt Bilbray. 84-70. Carson-Newman's up 14 with their biggest lead of the day. Cavs front court. Shelley left corner 3. Blocked out of bounds by Browder. It stays with the Cavaliers. Eagles have made life challenging for Wise defensively. A team coming in averaging 84 a night on 49% shooting. They're at 70 points and 41% shooting. And now a technical foul has been assessed to UVA Wise assistant coach Blake Stinson, and he has been ejected from the game. This UVA Wise crowd vociferous in their displeasure. So Jack Browder will get the basketball with a chance to match his career high. He missed it. Short off the front iron. One more free throw for Jack Browder. Chance to make it a 15-point game, and he does. 35 for Jack. Carson-Newman has outscored Wise 61-41. A terrific second half of basketball for Carson-Newman. Headlined by quality defense and efficient offense. 21 on the shot clock for the Cavs, 45.8 to go all that stands in the way of Carson-Newman sweeping the regular season series from the Cavaliers. Diallo, right wing. Out to the head of the key. Hardy tries his straight-on triple. It's off the back of the rim. Collier-Pruitt grabs the rebound, saves it in, and is out of bounds off of Pruitt. I thought Pruitt saved it. Didn't think Browder touched it, and they'll put 20 on the shot clock. 85-70, Carson-Newman with 35 seconds left in the second half. Cavs inbound to Ramsey. And now Blake Mellinger calls for time. I think this is just a chance for a substitution. It is. He wants Anderson Cummins in the game. .7 seconds left, 85-70. Carson-Newman leads Wise. Pruitt, NBA range step back from the left wing. It's off the back of the 10. Rylan Houck grabs the rebound. The shot clock is off. Houck will dribble the ball front court and get it to Browder between the rings. UVA Wise will not foul. A sensational 61-point second half for Carson-Newman as Browder dribbles out the final moments in this one. Eagles will sweep the regular season series with the Cavaliers in fine fettle after halftime. 85-70, the final. Carson-Newman beats UVA Wise, and Jack Browder charged up. He drops 35 as Carson-Newman carries heavy water after halftime. Outscores the Cavs by 20 in the second half, and that 13-point first-half deficit all but a distant memory as the Eagles pick up a massive road win in the South Atlantic Conference and the Southeast region. 85-70, the final. Carson-Newman beats UVA Wise. Domino's postgame report comes your way as the orange and blue, handful, brave the elements to make their way to Wise, Virginia. And they applaud Carson-Newman for the effort here today. UVA Wise student section making noise. Carson-Newman will have to exit through the student section to get to the locker room. Jack Browder is pointing to his ear as UVA Wise facilities manager Chris Daniels says, you guys exit through the other side. What a performance by Carson-Newman in the second half. 85-70. Eagles take it. Domino's postgame report headed your way after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser-focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Grab a slice. Our coverage of CN Hoops continues with the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network.
We're going to get backdoor lob. Dyer throws it down with 2 hands.
Your stats breakdown. A conversation with Chuck Benson, presented by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, plus the selection of the AEC Electrifying Clay and the premier building maintenance player of the game are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilite, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burt Carr Stadium press box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
A stupendous second half for Carson-Newman. Eagles rally from their first double-digit deficit of the season. Outscore UVA Wise. Carson-Newman outscores UVA Wise 61-41 in the second half. And Carson-Newman prevails by a final score of 85-70. Eagles are now 13-8 overall and 8-7 in South Atlantic Conference play, while the Cavs fall 17-6 and 10-5 in league action. Here on the Domino's postgame report, Adam Cavalier alongside head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, what a game this was. Down 13, you overcome your largest deficit of the season, your third deficit at a halftime break, and not too many games where you scored 25 points in the first half and then followed up with 61 in the second. Yeah. What clicked for your team with a lot of poise in a physical game after halftime to win this one running away?
Well, you said it. A lot of poise. And we talked about that in our preparation, that we need to have poise, because I've got a lot of respect for this Cavalier team. And we knew they're an NCAA tournament team in my mind. That's what they are. They are right there on the cusp going into the game. They were receiving votes for top 25 in the country. I think they got elite talent. I think their talent is really, really special. So, oh, wow. These guys are running a tight ship up here today. I don't know what's going on.
They cleared the floor.
Yeah.
Cleared the floor. Nobody on the floor.
Oh, there's some angry folk up here today, Cav. That's just what it is. Some angry folk.
That's fair. Fair assessment.
But our guys, their resiliency, their poise, to stay committed for 40 minutes was just as good as it could be. I said going into this game, Jack and I were talking about it in the pregame, and I said, I just think we're a better team than we were the first time we played them. I think we're better right now than we were then, and I thought our guys showed that. Yeah, for sure, man. It was a challenge, but I thought we put a complete 40 minutes together, and especially a really strong, solid second half.
It was the first half where you weren't making shots, but the defense was at a high caliber that Wise couldn't get separation. Yeah. Cavs went an 8-minute stretch spanning the halftime break without making a field goal. That allowed you to close that 13-point gap. What was it about the defensive effort that That's a team that averages 84 game on 49% shooting. What did you do to impact their efficiency tonight?
Well, I thought the first time we played them, we beat them on the glass and we beat them at the line. And they beat us in every other conceivable way. Today, we beat them in transition, which was a big deal going into this. We wanted to have more transition points than they had, which we did. But then in the half court, in particular, I thought our defense was pretty solid. Like you said, an 8-minute stretch there between the halves. And they are. I mean, I think Blake is a really strong offensive mind, and with the talent they have, they had some good approaches. But they what were they? 5 of 19 from 3 today. We weren't much better at 6-22, but this came really down to a game in the paint. And though they have some really good paint presence with Ramsey and Roberts and Diallo, I just felt like we were able to impact that and really sort of surged. With our defense. I mean, I thought it established something that sort of frustrated them, I think, got them a little upset because it wasn't just real easy, and we were able to capitalize.
This was a really physical game.
Yeah.
And for the first, I don't know, maybe I'll go 27 minutes, the officials let this game play out.
Yeah.
And then there was a stretch where Wise was whistled for 3 technicals, 2 technicals, and a dead ball flagrant foul.
Yeah.
In about a 3-minute window. I want to say it was when you went on a 14-1 run to take your first lead. And after that, the final 10 minutes of this game was officiated really tightly.
Yes.
I thought as a consequence of those technicals.
No, there were a lot of tees, and I don't know what. I mean, a lot of these guys, like I'm going to use Ramsey as an example. He's from right down the road there in Abingdon, I think, and Jack's from Kingsport. And it was pretty clear that there was some stuff. But Jack is such a seasoned veteran. He doesn't take the bait. And Ramsey, he got a little excited a couple times, and I think it sort of it hurt him a little bit. But he still had a big day, man. He's a load inside. He really is. I think he's a problem. And what do you have? 21 and 11. Yeah, that's a good day. But yeah, clearly the officiating and those technicals in particular allowed us to get a little extra separation.
It felt like your team handled that segment, the change.
Yeah.
Well, what do you owe that to?
I mean, we've got some guys that you look at Jack. Well, at this point, man, we're in February. So we can't just say, well, like we've got an inexperienced group. Bill Bray's played a lot of college basketball now. Jack, obviously. Braden, obviously. Rylan now has been playing 3 months, been a starter. Khalees. So we got some guys that we went, as you noticed, we really shortened that rotation second half. And we kept veteran guys on the floor that have proven they know how to deal with change in a pretty solid way.
Can't talk about this one without talking about Jack. His 7th career 30-point game, his 2nd of his senior season. And the league's leading scorer goes for 35 and 9. Efficient, 8 of 16 from the field against a very lengthy and a Wise team defensively that's top 2 in the league in
they're
field
good,
goal
man.
efficiency.
They got so much length, man. They got so much length. They just sit in gaps. And it's hard to touch paint.
What did you see from Jack today specifically? One off his career high tonight.
I mean, I believe I'm right when I say he had 36 up here last year.
36 in December last year when he was National Player of the Week in a loss.
So it's ironic how much this mirrors that with the 35 and 10. Yeah, 35 and 10. Obviously, he got to the line a lot, and that's because he was hunting the paint and putting pressure on the rim off the bounce. But yeah, like what do you say, man? I mean, the guy is just the ultimate competitor, and there's. It's like the games aren't too big for him ever. But he's played so much here, man, and he knows we got elite trust in him, and his teammates got elite trust in him. And, we were joking. Luke and I were joking around like, man, it'd really be nice. Literally, really nice if Jack go up here and get 36 and 16 again. Didn't tell him that necessarily, but maybe Jack and I are so close. There was some kind of weird
cosmic.
Yeah, he knew what I was actually thinking, and then he delivered. But I mean, it took our best offensive half. That had to be our best offensive half of the year, was it not?
From a scoring output, you might have had you've had 61 other half this season, I think, against King, but that's at home.
Yeah.
this is on the road against a top 2 scoring defense in an offensively charged league.
Yeah.
Circumstances point to this one being the more impressive of the two.
Just a point production in the second half, and at the same point, we really cut down our turnovers ourselves. I think we had 2 the second half, and I thought that was a big plus in this game.
Wise brought ample pressure in the second half once they trailed. You were able to break that pressure and get countless open looks at the rim.
Yeah, we worked on that a lot the last 2 days. We worked on that a lot in preparation, and I thought our guys responded well to executing our press offense. And then when we got into the half court, especially the second half, I felt like we were able to put pressure on the rim. We did pull it out and set it up some, but we were a little bit more aggressive the second half to attack while Wise was in transition defensively.
2 other individuals to focus on. Might even take it to a third here, but I'll start with Khalees Fry. He was the benefactor of a good chunk of those second half buckets, breaking the press. Matches a career high with 16.
Yeah.
What did he do to stay poised and patient after turning it over 4 times in the first half? 0 turnovers after halftime to match a career high.
I thought he did a good job sneaking around the baseline and using his cut game. I just thought he was crafty and he capitalized. And our guys know that's sort of his MO now. He's lurking, on that baseline, and Bill Bray in particular. They just know they know how to find each other.
You bring up Bill Bray. Matt Bilbray started 0 of 10 from the field today.
Yeah.
He finishes 6 of 7 and made a ton of mid-range jumpers that anytime Wise did have an answer in the second half, he got himself a shot. What did you see from your sophomore point guard after at least scoring-wise?
I knew he was a little deflated the first half. I think he was 0-8 from the field maybe. But I just kept on saying Bill, we need you, man. So I want you out there and be confident. And that I kept on encouraging him in that regard. And then, of course, once he saw a couple baskets go in, he felt good about it. And he's a guy that we need to go up there and put the ball in the basket for us in crunch time because he can do it. So, 15 for him and a half, I'm not surprised.
Rylan Houck did not make a shot from the field, but he was 6 of 6 at the line. 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. How did he impact the game tonight?
In all those ways. In all those
Give
ways.
me a little bit more juice. That's like a stale pizza. I want fresh, hot out of the oven, dripping with grease.
He found ways other than putting the ball in the basket. He found ways to impact winning. He did winning things, and so we needed that. What was he, plus 15 when he was on the court today? Second only to Khalees was plus 21, and then Rylan and Jack plus 15. So he was critically important.
This is the first step on a really challenging 3-game road swing. You're off to Anderson on Saturday. The Trojans are top 5 in the country. How do you build upon this one with a really tough road game at the Abney Center looming on Saturday?
Quick turnaround, man. Got to finalize the scout tonight, going into early tomorrow. Come practice for tomorrow. And figure out what makes the most sense for us. We've got some ideas going into this game after doing some research. But we'll get together the staff tomorrow and put something together for our team for practice.
Chuck, pleasure. Congrats on a sensational road win.
Yep. Great. Thanks, Kevin.
Chuck, I've got one thing for you to do for me. One thing for you to do for me before you go.
Okay.
You're going to play audio engineer.
Okay.
And I want you to take that mouse. I know your computer game is a struggle at best.
Why's the radio guy got a stuffed bear over there?
What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh, a big one.
Oh, they had a stuffed animal toss at halftime.
Ah, okay.
When I say we'll be back after this on the Eagle Sports Network, not right now.
No.
But when you go to the outro, you're going to double click on break double G to send us to break. I've added audio engineer duties.
Break double G.
Dot
WPL.
Got it. You're going to double click on that.
Double left click.
When we come back, we've got Rylan Houck, we've got the premier player of the game, Jack Browder, and that is when we return after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Miss out on tonight's post-game interviews? Check cneagles.com for stats, recaps, and videos from tonight's games. We close out the Domino's post-game report in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijo's, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijo's is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijo's features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
Right, back on the Domino's postgame report as Carson-Newman collects a key South Atlantic Conference and Southeast Region win over UVA Wise, 85-70. I'm Adam Cavalier, alongside Rylan Hauk. Rylan, what an effort in the second half. He outscored Wise by 20 after halftime, after falling behind by 13 early. Break down the poise of this team to weather the storm and then deliver heavy haymakers to get the season sweep of the Cavaliers.
Yeah, before I want to say anything about that, I have to mention that before the game, I prayed that we would compete to the highest level today, and God indeed answers prayers. We competed to the highest level, and it was very fun. I think this is something that kind of as a player you kind of crave. You want to play in good environments like this and against good competition like this, and obviously you want the outcome to be what it was for us as well. But, you know, I think just everybody on our team who was here tonight, obviously Dave and Colin got stuck at home for sickness, but everyone that was here tonight, just incredible poise. I think every time we went to the timeout, you know, we were able to have good communication, good conversation to be able to fix what we were doing. We left what was on the court. And then when we were on the court, we played at the highest level and were able to talk to each other without letting any other thing get in the way.
This was a game where offensively it was tough. It is always going to be tough to score against a team like Wise with their length and their defensive capabilities. That showcased itself in the first half when you shot 35.7%. What adjustments did you make in the second half? Got to the line a ton and were hyper efficient, 59% from the field to counteract that.
For sure, yeah. I think from a player's perspective and also a coach's perspective, we talked about this at halftime, but we felt a little sluggish, especially coming out to start. We were kind of getting the action we wanted to, but we weren't playing at the tempo and the pace that we wanted to. We were kind of getting out in transition, but we weren't aggressive and weren't attacking the way we wanted to. And so that was addressed at halftime, and that's something that, as of recently, we've done a really good job as a collective in going in halftime, learning what we need to do, talking about it, and then coming out and actually doing that on the court. And I think that was something that we were able to do tonight very effectively.
You didn't make a shot from the field today. Didn't take a lot either. Only two field goal attempts for you. That's a season low. But still 6 points, all at the line. 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and a Carson-Newman high 3 steals. What clicked for your game? You talked about prayer. leading to elite effort.
Yep.
That is a stat sheet stuffer kind of night. What guided you to that?
Yeah, I think I've said this time and time again, and I will continue to say it. These guys are so easy to play with. They're so fun to play with. We compete day in and day out, and I think when you go out and you know what the guy next to you on your team is going to do and how he's going to compete and play, and the longer the season goes on, I kind of pick up on tendencies as well. And, I have very much a lot of confidence in Jack, a lot of confidence in Bill Bray and Khalees and what they're doing, and Braden shooting the ball, and that just feeds into me as well. When you have confidence in your teammates and the guys next to you, you kind of naturally get confidence in yourself, and so it makes it so much easier to play.
I think about maximizing oneself being a very one of the most God-honoring things that you can do. How rewarding is it to maximize yourself, do that for him, and then also reap the rewards of a win?
For sure, yeah. I think every day, every opportunity is another gift from God. We don't deserve this at all, and he's been so gracious to give us this opportunity. And so due to that, why not come out here and play as hard as we can? Why not come out here and compete to the highest level and honor him, not necessarily in the way that we play per se, but the way that we carry ourselves, because I think God cares about them just as much as he cares about us.
Sure.
Right? But I think just coming out and playing to the highest level that we can play, because that's been a gift that God just graciously gives us daily, is very honoring to him.
Pathway, no easier. We alluded to this after the Coker game, that this is a really challenging 3-game stretch. This is step one. You get a win, a 15-point road win against a team that had only lost once at home all season in UVA Wise. And your reward for getting this one out of the way is to go on the road and play a top 5 team in Anderson. They've only lost once on the year. How do you improve upon this one with another high challenge on the road looming?
For sure. Anderson's obviously a very good team. They've lost one game all year, like you mentioned. But I'm just very excited. I don't know if you remember, but when we played Anderson at home, we didn't have Braden.
Yep.
And I think that kind of impacted more mental than anything. But, we're going to have Braden, Lord willing, out there, and hopefully we can get some guys back healthy. And I'm just super excited. Obviously, they're a very good team. They're coached very well. They play hard. And it's just another opportunity that we're given, and I'm very excited that we get to do it.
Rylan, pleasure. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, sir.
That is Rylan Hauk as Carson-Newman beats UVA Wise 85-70. We'll take you around the South Atlantic Conference. Before we get to our premier player of the game, Jack Browder, who turns in his 7th career 30-point game. Emory and Henry withstands Mars Hill and rallies on the road to pick up a 66-64 win over the Lions. Keenan Wilkins had a chance for a game-winning 3 for the Lions, but that comes up short, and E&H wins 66-64. Catawba was at Coker. How about this? Coker, the losing streak is over. Coker has beaten Catawba for their 2nd win of the year. They outscore the Indians 57-40 in the second half. They erased a 10-point halftime deficit, and Coker into the win column. Hadn't won a game since opening night against Ferrum. The Cobras victorious behind 24 points from Aaron Hall, 22 from Xavier Moultrie, and 21 from Jonah Vejbach to rally in that one. Coker 53% shooting. Catawba struggled from the field after halftime, and the Cobras win 92-85 to get their 2nd win of the year. Lincoln Memorial, no issues on the road at Tusculum on a defensive grinder. They beat the Pioneers 65-58. Anderson holds serve at home against Newberry 73-58 against the Wolves behind 17 points from Osmar Garcia. He's got a double-double with 17 and 10. And then Lenore Rhine dropped the hammer on a blackout rivalry game against Wingate. Bears smoke the Bulldogs 92-59. A 33-point win for LR, 58% shooting for the Bears. They turned it over 18 times. So that could have gotten even more out of hand. They're plus 20 on the glass. Pick something. LR dominates Wingate 92-59. Time now for our premier player of the game. That's Jack Browder. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. The premier team delivers service with pride. Adam Cavalier alongside Jack Browder as Carson-Newman prevails over UVA-Wise 85-70. Jack, congratulations. One on the win, also on career 30-point night number 7. Your second of your senior season. What clicked in a tenacious and highly charged game here in the mountains of Southwest Virginia for you to carry the load for Carson-Newman tonight?
First off, that was a fantastic environment by UVA-Wise. Credit their student section, their fans. It was active.
As good of a crowd that has been
100%.
in this gym for a game that Carson-Newman has been in since we've been coming.
100%. That was it was just incredible environment. I think we responded to that extremely well. I think that actually boosted us a little bit. I mean, I think you can take that type of environment and go two ways with it. You can either let it distract you, or you can completely zone it out and fuel you. And I think that as a collective, we did that. For us personally, I think we had a great scout going in, and I think we did it really well. I guess if there's one thing that we can say, we got to take care of the ball a little better in that first half, but tied the rebound battle, right?
Yep.
So we hit a lot of our goals this game, and credit to our guys. We competed our butts off today.
You fell behind by 13 in the first half. Defensive war of attrition in that opening half. How did you let your defense carry water for you to then, 13-2, 14-1, 8-0, 7-0 runs, all in Carson-Newman's favor to finish the game and let that ride things out for the 61-point second half?
Yeah, first half was definitely a ugly, dirty game. Or not dirty, but ugly.
Physical.
Yeah, extremely physical. And just we handled it. I honestly think if we don't turn that ball over that many times, I think obviously we don't get down by 13, but first half looks a little bit different, and it would look more like the second half where we only had 2 turnovers and definitely adjusted well to their pressure and their physicality. I forgot what the initial question was, but I hope that answered it.
It works. You and I just tend to blather, as is our custom after your 4 years here. Defensively, I alluded to a little bit, but I want you to fine-tune that. This is a team coming in averaging 84 a game, shooting 49% from the field. You hold them 14 points below their average, and you hold them to 39% shooting for the game. What did that take defensively?
Physicality and competitiveness, and trust, teamwork, poise, self-discipline, and preparation. So
straight to the core values.
Yeah, that's how it works. If we do those every night and show them and control them, we give ourselves the best chance to win. And I think we did that extremely well tonight, especially the poise factor with how physical and how hard they made us to run offense and take care of the ball. So I think just shout out to all of our guys, Braden, Ryland, Bilbrey. Matt came out second half and just completely took over the game at the point guard position. And Khalees, timely cuts, doing his thing on the defensive end, affecting. He only had 1 steal, but how many other deflections? Guys coming in off the bench and doing playing their roles extremely well, competing, and that's what set us apart tonight.
I want you to focus in on Matt Bilbrey. He was 0 for 10 from the field to start the game. He finishes by making 6 of his final 7 shots. I know you have great trust, patience in his presence. What did you see from him to end up shouldering a pretty heavy scoring load after halftime to counterbalance what you were doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think Matt has taken so many strides this year as a point guard, as a leader, as a competitor for our team, and that's what we need from him every single night. We need a guy that's going to come over here and take over the game at the point guard position, control the pace, play confidently, get us in the right spots, and he did that for the entire 20 minutes of the second half, and he did it at an elite level. So shout out Bilbrey, and just need to build off this one and learn and take it going into Saturday.
Saturday, you're on the road against a top-5 team. Yep. Anderson's only lost one game all year. Jimmy Williams Trojans are absolutely flying. How do you build upon a really quality road performance? Again, why is it only lost one game in this building all year, and they have 2 wins over LR and Anderson, 2 ranked teams in this gym?
Yeah.
How do you improve upon this one, where there has to be improvement facing off against one of the nation's best on Saturday?
100%, yeah. And we've played them once, obviously, and we know what they do well, and they do a lot of things well. So get the information from the coaches, prep the right way, recover, learn from our mistakes this game and what we can take over from this game and translate it to Saturday. And, we have to expect a feisty Anderson team that's going to come out and try and kick our butt on Saturday. So we'll be up for the fight.
All right, Jack, pleasure. Congrats.
Thank you.
That is our premier player of the game, Jack Browder. 7th career 30-point night for Jack Browder to shoulder the scoring load for Carson-Newman. Khalees Fry matched a career high with 16. Matt Bilbray had 15, and Braden Illick 10 for Carson-Newman, combined with Rylan Houck's stat sheet stuffing night. 6 points, 8 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals for Rylan Houck. Some programming notes about upcoming broadcasts. No shock that weather is absolutely wreaking havoc on what's going on. The Carson-Newman softball games this weekend at the Big Region Challenge in Kingsport have been backed up a day. So that tournament starts at noon on Sunday for Carson-Newman softball. Web only at cneagles.com/live. And then Carson-Newman baseball has the series with Cedarville is still this weekend. It's still Friday and Saturday with 2 noon and 3 p.m. first pitches. But Friday's game is now being played at Lakeway Christian Academy. We do not know if there will be a video stream for that game on Flow Sports. We will have a radio broadcast at cneagles.com/live, but TBD on the video side of things for Carson-Newman baseball against Cedarville for the first game of the series. We will have full coverage for Saturday's doubleheader at noon. And then Carson-Newman basketball is in action on Saturday at Anderson. 2 o'clock tip for the women, 4 o'clock tip for the men, 1:45 airtime from the Abney Athletic Center. For my counterpart for the women's game, Andrew Rogers, as well as Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control, I'm Adam Cavalier. Thanks for joining us tonight from the Pryor Convocation Center. Once again, the final score, it's Carson-Newman 85, UVA Wise 70. Stay warm, stay dry, have a pleasant rest of your Wednesday night, and good night from the mountains of Southwest Virginia. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
You've been listening to the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilite, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated coffee fueling the Burke Tar Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagle Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Andrew Rogers, Ian Johnson, Jay West, Brianna, She's Just a Girl DeCrow, and Matt Scalzo. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game. This is the Eagle Sports Network.